Welcome to Bemusing Bill's Classic Breakdowns, the first episode, and I have to thank my dear sister Gay for asking me to pick out a Metallica song for her to check out, because she's not that familiar with a lot of Metallica. She wanted something off the beaten path, not as popular as the songs that she has heard over and over again, many covers. So I wanted to go back in time a bit. Back in time to their album Ride the Lightning. This one right here, as a matter of fact. I still own on vinyl, of course. Off of this album came Creeping Death. And one of my favorite songs, we used to play this in my band, covered this song. The album came out in 1984, November 23rd, on 6-time platinum. It is a huge album from Metallica, one of my favorites, and every song on this is just a killer song. From the first track, Fight Fire with Fire, to Ride the Lightning, the title song, Fade to Black, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Escape, and then this song, Creeping Death, one of their best. This song, they got the idea for this song when they were just teenagers watching the movie The Ten Commandments, with Yul Brynner, Charlton Heston, Vincent Price. So I love that movie. I watch it every year. I even when I was a kid, I loved that movie because it was like so epic and so grand. So they got the idea for the song from this, basically because when the angel of death comes into Egypt, it comes as a cloud. They show this cloud creeping along the ground. It's like a green mist. And as a kid, it was kind of creepy. So they took that idea, made this song for it. And I've never seen this particular video. This came out in 1989. It's live in Seattle. It's remastered in 2018. If it was 1989, that means their original bass player, Cliff Burton, had already passed away. This is Jason Newsted, their new bass player at the time. Jason is originally from a band called Flotsam and Jetsam. And they recruited him to fill the late Cliff Burton's shoes. Monumental task, no doubt about it. The lineup in this is James Hetfield on vocals and guitar, Kirk Hammett, who was originally from Exodus, on lead guitar, and Lars Ulrich on drums, Jason Newsted on bass, as I mentioned earlier. Some ideas from this song. This is taken from the perspective of the Angel of Death, the Destroyer. This is talking about the 10th plague on Egypt. And it's one of the fans' favorites because having the entire crowd chanting, die, die, die. You'll see, Gay, as we get to that part. It's just an epic song. We'll do the lyrical breakdown afterward because it's always about words and music. Musically, on the musical side of things, the song is in F sharp minor. It's basically in 4/4 time throughout the whole thing. And a lot of palm muting. This is classic thrash style. James in his, pre-vocal lesson days when he's just guttural. I love it. I don't know about this video, so I don't know what they're going to do in this video, but I'm sure it'll be freaking awesome. All right, I'll have this link down below for you guys so that way you can go over there and do the thing. And support. Check it out in its entirety without any pausing because, I'm going to have to do some pausing. I'm going to apologize right off the bat. And I think we are ready to go for Metallica's Creeping Death live. Kids, time to buckle up. Pedal to the metal.
You guys want some fucking more or something?
Yeah!
Do you want some fucking more?
Oh, look at that.
It's gonna be death!
Well, I can tell you right off the bat, they've sped it up. But that's what happens when you're playing live. The adrenaline is going through you. The crowd is going nuts. And, Lars came in with that, and that's a little faster than the actual recording. I'll play a little bit of that so you guys get the idea of how it was originally recorded and how they have changed it here. But that happens. And Metallica is one to change things up as they play songs. So no two performances are going to be exactly alike. That's for sure. I paused it. Love it. Awesome power and everything. This is before Metallica really blew up. So this is before the Black Album. This is before all those big hits like Nothing Else Matters and you know what I'm talking about. All those songs off of the Black Album. That's what really blew them up. I mean, at this point in time, this is right after Master of Puppets, and then after that was And Justice for All. So this is for the tour for And Justice for All, and they were just getting out of the underground scenes. They're still complete thrash. It wasn't until the Black Album when they started to change their style and really took off. There was really no radio play for any Metallica songs up to this point. In fact, they only had one video out on MTV, and that was the one for One. This album peaked at number 100 on the Billboard 200 with no radio exposure. And they currently sit at number 48, this album. So that's pretty impressive. 6 times platinum by the RIAA. And that was in 2012. I mean, they could even be 7 times by now. I'm not sure. 6 million copies sold in the U.S. It is the album was the last album that featured songwriting contributions from Dave Mustaine. Dave would go on to form Megadeth. This is also the first album of writing contributions from Kirk Hammett. So, major album. Let me just back this up a little bit here. Now, this part here, Kurt wrote this for his band Exodus for a song called Die by His Hand. They incorporated it into this song, this riff, and changed it a little bit to Die by My Hand, because this is from the perspective of the destroyer, the angel of death. It works perfectly, and thank goodness they did it, because this is what the crowd really gets into. And this is always like a big moment during the show. I seen these guys live for the Ride the Lightning tour back in 1984, and I was right underneath Cliff Burton as he was banging his head. His hair was flying everywhere, and they just had a wall of Marshall stacks behind them. And it was just so intense. I remember this part vividly. Just so great. Just to be locked in with everyone. And believe me, there was only like maybe 500 people in that show. Man, you'll never see Metallica like that again. You know? Holy cow. This is a band that changed my life. Ever since I heard Whiplash on Fingers Metal show on a Sunday night. And Whiplash blew my mind. Got their demo tape. No Life to Leather, and also Metal Massacre 4, Hit the Lights was on, even before Kill 'Em All came out, you know. Loved them ever since. So let's check out this part here, and I'm sure they're going to do their own little things here, but and it sounds very fast, but let's see what they're going to do. You hear that? Crazy.
Come on, you're doing it louder! Die! Die! Die!
And they messed up the end. Cut it off too early. Yeah, there was definitely a mistake at the end there. Somebody missed timing. When I seen them at that show I was telling you about, James made a mistake. Cliff stopped headbanging and looked at him. James just gave him the finger and smiled, and they just kept going on. In fact, that same show, somebody was grabbing James's leg while he was trying to sing. So James just kicked the dude right in the face. Dude flew back, but he came back up and he was like, yeah, freaking metal. But that is real fast. Let's see if I can find the audio so I can let you hear some of that. So this is how it's supposed to start, like this. What I mean? So when we get to that other part, maybe around here. This is that Die by My Hand. See, big difference, and it's supposed to end like this. Like that. Freaking love it, though. How great. Let's check out these lyrics, okay? Like I said, we're going to check out lyrics as well here. And you got to remember now, they took all of this from the movie. I don't think they use an actual Bible to take any of this. It's just basically what they heard and they wrote down. Slaves, Hebrews born to serve, to the Pharaoh. Heed to his every word. Live in fear. Faith of the unknown one, the deliverer. Wait, something must be done. 400 years, referring to how long they've been in bondage. It's referred to in the movie. Charlton Heston says that line a couple times. And then this line here is famous because you'll hear the Pharaoh, Ramses say it, then you'll hear his son say it, or rather Seti, and then Ramses. So let it be written, so let it be done. And that part is what's said by the Pharaoh. This part is said by, I believe this is said by Moses. I'm sent here by the chosen one. So let it be written, so let it be done. To kill the firstborn Pharaoh's son, I'm creeping death. To kill the firstborn Pharaoh's son references this plague. Moses said to Pharaoh, whatever you say, it's going to be on your head. And basically that's what happened. So Pharaoh said, I'm going to, gather my charioteers and run through all the firstborn of the Hebrews. But that turned around and creeping death went after them. So that's what that's all talking about. Now let my people go, land of Goshen. Go, I will be with thee, bush of fire. And that's referring to when Moses speaks to God on the mountain. And, with the bush of fire there. So they just threw that in there. Blood running red and strong down the Nile. Plague, darkness 3 days long. Hail to fire. So that's referring to some of the other plagues. So let it be written, so let it be done. I'm sent here by the chosen one So let it be written, so let it be done, to kill the firstborn Pharaoh's son, I'm creeping death. Then it goes into the chant part. Die by my hand, I creep across the land, killing firstborn man. Die by my hand, I creep across the land, killing firstborn man. I rule the midnight air, the destroyer. Born, I shall soon be there. Deadly mass. I creep the steps and floor. Final darkness. Blood, lamb's blood, painted door, I shall pass. And that's where the Passover comes from, is when creeping death, the angel of death passes over the houses that had that lamb's blood on them. That signified that they were the Israelites there. The Hebrews were in that house, so they put that lamb's blood on there. And that's what that signifies. So let it be written, so let it be done. I'm sent here by the chosen one. So let it be written, so let it be done, to kill the firstborn Pharaoh's son. I'm creeping death. Awesome Metallica song. Great way to start. Classic breakdowns. I'm glad that you guys are hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys. A link down below if you want to support this channel. Those are links there. And please like and subscribe. I've got a lot of great tunes planned coming up, so I hope to see you guys down below in the comments. Till the next time, Gay, thank you again from the bottom of my heart. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Uncle Bill here loves you. See ya.